Eugene, trip was so close to being successful, but in the end things just didn't go right.
Yeah, no, it wasn't, it wasn't our night that night. Everything felt good before that, like preparation was good, fight week was good, but yeah, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, so a good trip, but not the best results for us, yeah.
Of course, Blood had a guy that didn't make the weight. It's reminiscent of Shane.
Yeah, and it's part of the reason I'm not really going to talk too much about that fight, to be honest. Like, you could give that guy a lot of credit, right? You could, because, but he cheated. So he gets none. He gets nothing. The guy cheated. I don't know, man, like something, unfortunately probably nothing will ever get done about this, but it's a continual problem that has to be addressed. Probably just too much money on the line for it to be addressed properly, and just too much going on, but yeah, fighters not making weight, not enough incentive for them to make weight, and blatantly cheating is, it's a massive problem in the sport. The record speaks for itself. If you look across all the fights that have ever happened in the history of fighters that, make weight and miss weight, they're badly skewed in favour of the fighters that miss weight. And that ain't right.
No, it's not right.
And that ain't right. So, that's all I got to say.
And as you say, it wasn't just by a little bit. Maybe if they give increments of the purse for how close you get to the weight.
Well, you've got to understand, like, as you chop more and more weight off, it's the end and the end, or the upper limits of the weight that you're taking off, that really take your toll and your effect on the human body and recovery. And that's all right, because both fighters have to take off the exact same amount of weight, unless someone misses. Then it's no longer equal. It's no longer an equal playing field. Now, this is not like, you can't come to me and say, oh, I like sour grapes because Blood lost. No, Blood's lost. But I'm not going to give that guy a single bit of credit for getting that win, because he doesn't deserve it. The guy cheated. Yeah. For that particular fight, he was a cheater. If you want to, if there's fighters, I can't treat that guy any differently to how I treat fighters in my own gym that miss weight. And there's been very few. When they've missed weight, I've come down on them so hard. The team has come down on them so hard, okay, to the point that there's people, they really have to contemplate their future in the sport when they miss weight. We make them feel so bad. We let them know that they've been disrespectful. We let them know that they've let the team down, they've let the coaches down, they've let the managers down, and we emphasise that that's not something you can get away with and do. So if that's the kind of, if I'm being really hard on my guys for doing that, then how am I meant to treat these strangers that I don't even know, who come in and miss weight, who are fighting my guys? Well, they get treated at least on the same parity as the way I treat my own guys. So yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
Okay,
just talk too much about that fight, but
just one more question on that fight, or the aftermath. Will the UFC take into account that was a no contest, basically, when it comes to giving Blood another fight on a contract or something? Do they do anything like that?
Unfortunately, that should be taken into account. 100% it should be taken into account. Of course it should be, but the fact of the matter is it doesn't. The records just get done. There's no mention on the record of the guy missing weight. It just disappears into the universe. It's basically cheating. It's like, you might as well be using steroids and just covering it up. It's a part of the sport that needs some very careful attention. But yeah, like it's not up to me to do that. I'm not, I play a very small role in the grand scheme of things. But soon it's going to be strategically better to miss weight and get yourself a massive advantage and guaranteed win. It can essentially give you, in many cases, it can give you a greater advantage to intentionally miss weight than actually using steroids. Why would you use steroids and take all that risk when there's like a grey area where you can legally get more advantage than if you use steroids? It's like it's a crazy grey area that needs to be figured out.
Yeah, you could win a fight and get another contract out of
well,
cheating.
Like what is the incentive? 20%? 20% of the show purse, not even the win purse. That's 20% of $10,000. Like, tell me who isn't willing to give a couple of grand away for a win in the UFC? Yes, like it's crazy. It's not. The system needs some work. It needs some tweaking. People smarter than me have to really kind of figure that out. And there's a lot of there's the other side of the coin too. There's the business side of the coin. The show must go on. It all has to be balanced out. And like I said, my small insignificant role has nothing to do with all of that. So we'll just work with the cards that are dealt to us.
And then of course on to Kai's fight, and very, very entertaining and technical first 2 rounds. I thought in the third that Kai had just started to show some dominance, and then bang, one of those flukes.
Yeah, no, just a really grand chess match. Their team had a very good plan. We had our plan. It was scorecards were 1 round each at that point. So third round, I felt that our plan, the results of our plan and being disciplined and sticking to our plan through the first and second round were starting to come to fruition in the third round. You could really see that that our plan was finally starting to deliver some fruits, for the amount of labour that Kai had put into that at that point. And it was starting to turn. The fight was starting to turn, and we were very confident. We were very confident at that point. Because one thing I've always said about Kai is Kai always starts relatively slow in the first, picks it up in the second, and then by the third round, he's dominant. It's almost like we need to start in the third round. Every 3 rounder we have, we really need another 2 rounds, but you never get another 2 rounds because they're 3-round fights. But if you're in a championship fight, you get 4 and 5. And I've always felt that because Kai is the fittest in our gym. He's a guy that needs 4 and 5 to really show what he's made of and excel. So and not taking anything around Moreno, he might be very fit as well, and he might be a very good 4 and 5 round fighter. In fact, he is quite a good 4 and 5 round fighter. But I felt we needed those rounds to kind of carry on. So, but checkmate. They did a brilliant job. Moreno saw an opening, took the opening, and he managed to finish Kai. Brilliant on their part. Give them all the credit in the world. I give them all the credit in the world because they stuck to the rules. They made weight. They didn't use any performance-enhancing drugs. Basically, every single rule that is designed to level the platform, they stuck to. So they get all the credit in the world for a fantastic win, fantastic game plan, fantastic training camp, and they should be praised and they should be championed. And I do that, and good luck to Moreno. He was a gentleman. Their team were gentlemen. So all the credit in the world goes to them. Well done, excellent.
That's how the game should be played.
That's how the game's meant to be played. Yeah.
I always ask you, when you're away, who did you talk to? Have we got any announcements coming?
Yeah, not yet, but we always keep conversations are always going on in the background and stuff. Whether it be what up and coming talent we've got in our region, and to do with the guys getting fights and who our next opponents are and stuff. So all those conversations are going on in the background all the time. I don't have anything to report. to you, unfortunately, at the moment, but yeah, a lot going on in the background. So
No fights announcements being made with like Dan, Shane, Carlos.
we're on the verge. We're on the verge, but nothing I can like publicly make a statement about. So yeah, there's some big opportunities coming up. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll take you to lunch.
Yeah.
I might be able to hear something.
Yeah. Thanks, Dan.
Good on you, mate. Thanks very much.